Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 3, Episode 1. And the girls are back. Except for one, y'all. Let's a round of applause, shall we? That Sharice was not in the opening credits. Let's hope it stays that way. That bitch is not back. We have to be reminded of what happened last season. A lot of it I didn't even really remember. Okay, I will admit that these girls are very forgettable. And so they do the flashbacks on how the Grand Dame and Uncle Jessup, they had been moved into that big old house and they wasn't really sure why they was there, and then supposedly they was having money issues. That's what the people were thinking. And then right after the reunion filmed, that's when it came out that they were having tax problems, $5 million owed. And I was just like, ooh, I know she glad that she didn't have to deal with that at the reunion. Okay, but like I told you guys at the end of last season, honey, this was all they was going to be talking about this season, and I was 100% right. So of course, now that the girls know that there's a tax scam or whatever, they're all like, oh, it makes sense. It's so funny to me that everybody is so damn concerned about her life, but hey, we got a show to shoot, right? Might as well use what you got. So let's get to the review. Let's talk about Gizelle and Ashley, okay? Them two meeting together, going to lunch, which is interesting. Gizelle and Ashley, well, I guess at the end, somewhere around the middle of last season, they were trying to work their friendship out. So I guess, Gizelle has taken on the role of being Ashley's, supporter again. They sit down and they're talking about, oh, Ashley, girl, you've been doing the most, huh? Posing naked on Instagram. I was like, I never see these girls when the down season. When this show is not on, I never see them on the blogs or nothing. Okay, I don't really follow any of them except for Karen. But I never see them. Like, nobody, I don't care about them. That's why I was like, they're going to have to step it up or something this season. So they show a little picture of her ass out or whatever, whatever. We find out that Gizelle is still seeing Sherman. That's the guy that we were introduced to at the reunion last season. And she's been with him for some time now. And, she seems to be happy with him. As far as Ashley and Michael, it's the same shit, new season. Okay, they still trying to figure out their relationship, their marriage. I was kind of feeling like it was over last season. She had already said that it was done. She was out, but now they're trying to, I guess, work it out. Because damn it, they hit rock bottom. Gizelle said she was heartbroken that they hit. I said, heartbroken, Gizelle. You a little extra right now, but child, if you say so, then we gonna roll with that. And then we move on to Karen. And Gizelle tells Ashley that Robyn had told Gizelle that Karen had called her to talk about the article in the Washington Post, how she was exposed, how she didn't know anything about it, and they're calling bullshit. I'm wondering really if this is something legally that Karen has to say to protect herself, that she didn't know anything, because maybe her lawyers told her to say that. You don't want to be wrapped up in no tax, especially when it's $5 million. Even if Karen does have some money, $5 million is a big ass tab to pay. So yes, let's continue to say we didn't know shit about nothing. And I'm trying to figure out why the girls haven't even at least brought that to the table and said, well, maybe she can't say it for legal matters. No, all they concerned about is the fact that the bitch been lying. Okay, and if I was gonna keep it 100, my whole thing is, look, you got lying friends. Fuck, some of your friends lie. You know they lying, they know they lying. Everybody know they lying. Just let them lie. Okay, if it ain't gonna hurt me, then let them lie, because obviously it's something that they don't want to share with you. Okay, that's the kind of friend that person is. So you accept them for what that is. Okay, trying to pin somebody to the fucking wall and try to get them to admit to it when clearly Karen is not going to do it. Then it just makes extra drama. But like I said, we got a show to shoot here. Everybody has to use a storyline some kind of way. It looks like many of them are going to be using Karen's storyline. As far as Karen is concerned, though, I just would say to her, like, girl, just come clean. No, you ain't got to tell these motherfuckers your business. And definitely it's none of their business. However, your life would be a whole lot easier if you just told them what it was. Yeah, nigga had some money problems, okay, but we gonna get it back together because this ain't our first ride in the rodeo. Okay? If you say that, then they can't hold it against you. But see, Karen is in a special kind of place, because if she says that, then she doesn't have a storyline. So then I guess you got to weigh your options. Do you want to just come clean and shut everybody fucking down so they can't keep on holding it against you, or do you want to use it as your storyline? And I guess we see that she's made that decision, and that's fine. If you want to keep on saying that everything is good, then you do that, okay? But they gonna give Karen the blues this season. Now, later on, we see Gizelle with her girls, and you guys, she's talking about this fucking foundation. Every season, we open up with her talking about this damn foundation. I was like, did the shit come out? Well, she tells us it did come out. She launched all over the place. Is anybody out there wearing Gizelle's, what's it called, Shades of You or some shit like that? Ain't seen that shit nowhere, but I'm not mad, okay? Make your money, Gizelle. Anyway, she tells us about her man. Yes, she's still seeing him. It's been about a year. You know, the kids had to put him through the ringer, but they seem to like him, and he seems to really like Gizelle, and Gizelle seems to really like him, and fine. She says that all he requires from her is to feed him and fuck him. She says she ain't too good at feeding him, but they got the fuck on lock. And then switching over to Ashley, you know, she's meeting with her friend. Girl, child, what was the lady name? No, Yamale. I tried to say, I rewound that, and I said, I don't know what the girl name is. Anyway, Ashley's sitting there talking to her friend that's about to move to Spain. And she's talking about her relationship with Michael. You know, she had hit rock bottom. Okay, she was done. She felt ultimately disrespected when he took her clothes out of the closet and took it downstairs and told her to get her ass out and don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. So now they're trying to work it out. She's been gone for 6 months. She's been living on her own. She's pretty good with it. Okay? Nothing like getting some perspective. You know, marriages go through it. Because sometimes you need some space to figure out if it's important to you or not. Okay? But to me, Ashley seems like she really doesn't want to work it out. But you know what? She needs Michael's help. All right? And she's used quite a bit of Michael's help already. She bought her mama a damn house and a car, and with Michael's money. And Michael's just like, you can't do that shit no more. So her friend was just like, you gonna have to, you know, draw a line somewhere, because Michael said he ain't doing it. And damn it, it's Michael's money. Okay, I'm all for helping out your mama, doing what you gotta do, but listen, I'm gonna need you to gain some financial independence on your own first. And then we can talk about helping your mama. But I ain't married your ass for you to just be hooking mama up. Fuck, what mama doing over there? You know, mama did say she don't want her to take care of her and everything, but still. Okay? That could have been just for the camera. Fuck, I would love for somebody to call me and be like, I'm gonna buy you a new house and a car too, you know, and I'd come up with all the required, you know, please, you ain't gotta do it for me, but I'd be happy as hell. So, not too much to ask. Quit buying your mama all this shit. Let us figure out our shit first. But then, of course, there's other issues there. Like the friend says, Michael talks to you crazy. I don't know if he talks to her crazy. He talks to her like he's the daddy. That's a daddy-daughter relationship, not a husband and wife relationship. And it's made worse because she doesn't have her own independence. Okay? So now she's in this place of trying to figure it out. But like I said, she needs Michael. So we're going to try to work it out again. She's moving back home. She's nervous about it. But, you know, Gizelle calls her. She's checking up on her. Is everything okay? You sound like you've been crying. Oh, yeah. Me and Michael got into an argument this morning. Okay. Gizelle was like, girl, maybe you don't need to move back in. She's like, well, no, I'm going to try to be more responsible, not be so rash and make rash decisions. I'm going to go on there and, you know, we're going to try to work it out. And so fine, she gets there. You know, Michael has always been sort of, I mean, not always. That first season, he was quite more amorous with her. But the second season, he was more in business mode. And again, he's there too. So it's like tense and kind of weird. And, you know, she comes in and he sits down with her after he gives her flowers and she's all touched. And he says, you know, I want to work it out. Like, it's important to me that we were together. I didn't like when we were apart. And she says, you know, well, I don't want to fight anymore. And I don't want you to talk to me like that. He said, I don't want to do that either. Okay. So it's clear Michael's way more at a mature, he's just more mature. I mean, you know, this relationship is so just, I still don't feel like Ashley really wants to be there, especially with him telling her that, you know, I'm fine with the restaurant. You know, the restaurant is doing much better, but you got to establish these boundaries with your mama or it ain't going to work. She feels like she can do both. You can't do it with his money. That is the bottom line. You going to do whatever you want to do for your mama and you going to do it on your own. Use your fucking Real Housewives of Potomac money coming in. But whatever, she says it's a journey, and, you know, she's looking forward to this new journey with Michael, so we're going to see how it works out. Something tell me it ain't going to work, though. Then we see Monique, you know, her and her man Chris Don't he sound like the Nationwide man? What's his name? They moved into their new house. She says it's in 20054. I'm assuming that's Potomac. I don't know what that zip code is, but I'm sure you guys out there in the DMV know what that area code is. Not area code, child, zip code. Y'all was really about to type in zip code too, wasn't you? Y'all motherfuckers always gotta correct somebody. Anyway, she wants to have a party for all of the neighbors to be there. And oh, did you hear neighbors? You know, the Redskins owner, the Marriott people live on the same block as her. You know, Sharice. Thank God she's not there. Monique and Chris has arrived. I would love to see you get the Marriotts and the Redskin owners on the damn cameras for Real Housewives of Potomac with the fuck shit that y'all come up with. But anyway, she's trying to plan this party. 300 people, you know, she gonna not go over budget because Chris was like, no, we ain't doing that. But she was like, I promise I won't go over budget. You need to call your mama. And then they show a little clip. I was hoping they was gonna show when she was like, I beg your pardon. But they showed the clip where she was like, I got that heifer together, didn't I? Supposedly Chris was upset with how his mother, you know, talked about Monique unbeknownst to him, so they haven't spoken since then. But something tells me they go through this speaking, not speaking thing. But, you know, Monique is going to be the bigger person. You need to talk to your mama. You only got one mama. I would hate for my kids to not talk to me, so y'all need to work that out, okay? She just tells them, contact your mama, let her come to this party. Please let your mama come to this party, honey. She was good TV. And then lastly, you guys, let's get to the grand dame. So we see Karen in her home and, you know, the sad music playing. Ray did not tell me about his tax problems. The way I found out about it was through a third party. They called me and told me that the story is going to break in the Washington Post in 2 hours. 2 hours is when I found y'all look gonna make me do this stroke the face with Karen the whole time. Poor Karen, you know, she trying to keep up this facade that she didn't know, or maybe she didn't know. But yeah, shit is rough for Karen right now, honey. They gonna make your life a living hit. Girl, they gonna give you the blues. She's still telling us that she don't owe the girls nothing, and I 100% agree. But you gonna make your life way more difficult. That's what I do know. That was Ray's business. The tax problems is Ray's business, figuratively and literally. Okay, his work business. Now, jumping over to Robyn. She's out with Juan and them badass boys. And child, from what I can tell, they still together. He's still her ex-husband. She tells us that they still live together. He got his dream job, so their financial situation is way better. They get in a bigger house. They still sleep together. I can't be worried about Robyn and all her fool of fucking niggatry with Juan. Okay, if you like it, I love it. She tells him about the grand dame calling her, telling her about her problems with, you know, the tax situation that Uncle Jessup is going through. And, but she was like, you know, concerned that she's not telling the truth. And Juan was like, but why does it matter? It's her business. Let her tell you what she want to tell you. Okay? It's not for you to try to sit there and get her to admit that she's lying about something or pick her to death to find out the full fucking story. Just let her tell you whatever she tell you. Be the supportive friend. Okay? Don't be like these other bitches. Don't be like Ashley. I said, Juan, don't fuck around and make me agree with you, nigga. Okay? With all that shit you was going through last season. But, you know, he making some sense here. We need somebody to make some sense on these shows. That's all. So she's going to be meeting with her, sit down with Karen, and, you know, just be that friend that Juan has told her that she needs to be. But before she does that, we see Karen. Okay, it's finally time for her to sit down with Uncle Jessup and, you know, get put up to speed on this tax situation as far as the cameras is concerned. Okay, so, you know, Uncle Jessup, he coming in. Hey, baby, how you doing? Well, Ray, I think that it's time that we sit down and talk about what is going on. I have been in the dark, so, you know, now we need to know what is the problem. Well, baby, I told you about it before. You probably don't remember. But, yeah, you know, we had some problems, and I didn't know that they wasn't doing the taxes. It was kind of rough there and everything, but you ain't got to worry about it, because you're not in it. And okay, Ray, well, that's good, because we ain't never had our money together, and it was for a reason. He was protecting me. Okay, maybe he was. So they had the conversation for you guys' sake. Okay, I am your wife, and, you know, I need you to tell me about these things. I do not want to be in the dark again. And he says, okay, baby. Now, we got that conversation taken care of. Now, it's time for her to go to lunch with Robyn. And, you know, Karen tells us that she's so pleased that Robyn was there for her. Karen kind of makes it seem like she called everybody and Robyn was the only one that answered. I don't know if I believe that. I think the producers told her to call, you know, somebody who would share her same, y'all both broke now, so you can call her. She can give you the best advice for broke people. But anyway, she wants to sit down with Robyn and, you know, thank her for being there for her. All right, so they sit down at the place and Karen is thanking her for telling her, you know, for her to be there for Uncle Jessup and, you know, all of that. And child, Robyn gets right to the point and says, well, you know, I did mean what I said, but I also feel like you ain't been telling the truth about what's going on, okay? I feel like you lying about the fact that you didn't know anything. Well, at least she ain't gonna beat around the bush, huh? And, you know, Karen, well, of course I did not know. She says, well, you know, I talked about it with the girls, you know, I ran it by them, and, you know, they also agreed that you was lying. And she was like, wait a minute, whoa. You was talking to the girls about my problems? I said, Karen, it was all over the blogs. Yes, in normal circumstances, I would say that this is not anything for anybody to discuss. But yes, everybody was talking about it because it was literally right after the reunion. Okay, it was like you had escaped a bullet. So I was just like, of course they're going to talk about it. Why would you not think that? But, you know, of course, well, at least I know now who are my friends. You girls are fake-ass bitches who be stabbing me in my back. Let me tell you something, honey. You have to make millions to owe millions. You have to make millions to owe millions. My battery is about to die. So it might be in slow motion. But, yeah. Child, it was a mess. Robyn is just like, why are you getting so mad? And Karen was just like, you're not going to sit here and talk about me and my family and everything, honey. At least I still have some money, and at least I'm still married compared to you. You are not married, and you was living over in Hanover. Wherever Hanover is. I don't know where any of these places are. So, honey, Karen was just like, bitch, don't come to my table talking no bullshit. All right, and y'all know that Karen love to curse her some damn body out. But like I said, Karen, they gonna make your life a living hell. They gonna give you the blues this season. And when she walk off, honey, Robyn can't say nothing but laugh. She did tell Robyn off, but it's for nothing because they gonna give you the blues this season. Alright, you guys, let me get off of here, get back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.